10 assists, 7 rebounds, and 3 steals.
Steph, what do you think of the contributions you get off the bench tonight from Gary, Otto, D-Lee, among others?
It's huge. We knew coming in there would be great additions off the bench and play a lot of different roles and help us win games. When throughout the regular season, you have to have, especially the way that we play, you have to have contributions from everybody, and just getting comfortable with what it looks like, how it feels, not getting too stuck on the stat sheet, just in the results. And obviously off to a good start, but I think there's confidence building. Our chemistry is solid. Everybody knows they're going to be involved, but the confidence when you get out there knowing what to do, how to do it, make plays, it's growing.
So following up on that, are you surprised how quickly with everything coming together and the confidence growing the way it has?
No, because there's still a lot of room for improvement. I mean, again, you want to win games early, you want to get off to a good start, but it's we know we have a lot of things that we can sharpen up, like every team in the league, but we have the capability to do it. Most teams kind of trick yourself a little bit. I really feel like we have that capability to take, productive strides every game. Hopefully, continue to win, continue to be competitive. And, we won 3 different games, 3 different ways. And, but it's still about building confidence, early in the year.
Who would Gary give you as a guy you kind of just drop in a game like that?
I mean, he shows his knack for just being, hawking the ball, obviously defensively, but, offensively just cutting and being in the right spot. I got him 2 throw ahead, borderline back cuts. Just in transition, he has a crazy wingspan. He can go get it. Obviously, the transition, alley-oop, but defensively, he gives us, an edge. And then he knocked down 2 threes, which is huge. He's going to get open shots, and you have to take them. So, for him to just stay locked in, stay competitive, stay focused on when his moment comes. He showed he could do it.
It was obviously a topic in the preseason, but what he did tonight show the value of having somebody in that 15th spot.
1,000%.
Steph is only 3 games in, but do you think you guys have kind of figured out an identity yet, or what you guys really have to hang your hats on to win games and be successful this season?
I mean, it's always been the same since Coach Kerr got here, since we, came into this chapter of Warriors basketball. But, I think similar to the earlier question, it's just, guys in rotation just gaining confidence. I always say it's nice to learn the lessons we need to learn in wins and keep these moving in the right direction, because it just helps morale. One, it's not going to be perfect all year, but just continues to help morale and understand that, again, we have the capability to go, win games at a high level against any team.
First time you faced Davion Mitchell, he kind of entered the league with a defensive reputation. What do you think for that match?
I think all that hype about his defense, man, was an offensive assassin tonight. So I'm sure he had that in the tank. But, he has, again, a knack for just on-ball presence. And obviously the way that we play, you got to do both. So I'm sure he felt a little bit of that. But, just the confidence of a guy coming in, it's his 3rd game in the league. Like, he has a lot of room to grow, but you could definitely tell he has all the tools in the kit to be a defensive, stopper. Just a pest out there in the best of ways.
The record definitely shows it, but when Draymond is aggressive, like he has been this year, what does that do for you guys?
I mean, it just keeps things moving in terms of on both ends of the floor. We obviously know he can impact the game on the defensive end. I told him in the second quarter, I think there was a moment, it was kind of a broken play, and ball kicked to him on the left side of the floor. And his instinct was to look at the rim and attack, and that just made everybody react. And then he found Belly on a backdoor cut, And those opportunities are huge because he made it, 3 early in the game. No hesitation shooting it. That play where there's no hesitation to make a play. It just keeps everybody honest. And, when you have the floor space like that, the ball finds him at the right time. He usually makes the right decision. And it's almost demoralizing for the team because you got to give up something. And, he'll make you pay.
Do you feel like you guys are early this season are playing, even coaching, game planning with more urgency, just as a whole?
Not any different than any other year. It's just you start off the year more so building on what you've done successfully as opposed to having to go back to the drawing board after every loss, especially how we started last year against Brooklyn, Milwaukee, 2 tough games, and we got blown out. And then you're like, what do we do now? So this is it's obviously a better vibe of, again, we know we have a lot of work to do. We know it's not, 10 out of 10 on execution on both sides, but we're doing enough to win games and continue to build, and that's a much better foundation to build on than last year.
I'd ask you a different way. Do you agree with Steve that you guys are chasing wins?
Chasing 82-0, right? Yeah, that comment's gonna haunt him for a long time.
Steph, on the alley-oop with Gary as the first one, seemed like you kind of waited for him. Can you take us through kind of what you were thinking in slow motion on that particular play and the timing that you have?
I was just making sure the defender commits to you and then just throw it anywhere near the rim. Kind of got to be patient. We do that drill all the time in practice, 3-on-2, 2-on-1 on the way back, and you just have to get to a situation where, the defender